Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to the Number 9 with Tommy podcast, where you'll be interested to know about 77% of the intros are written on the toilet. If a movie exists with a plot twist or a surprise, Tommy will spoil it. It's with great happiness that I can say it's official. This thing that I've so long desired, my brother Stephen, is finally retired. This is no ordinary man. He's highly admired. If you've ever gotten to know him, I bet you've been wildly inspired. With such a storied 23-year career in armed service, he also had a family of loved ones who spent countless nights in bed, awake and so nervous. I'm sure his battle will never truly be over with the things that he saw, but there's such a loving support network of folks he can call. We send our young men and women out to slay enemies like the brave soldiers that preceded them. Ah, son of a bitch. We send our young men and women out to slay enemies like the brave soldiers that precede them, and they give far more than time in the fight for our freedom. It's not just the missed moments, memories, and days in exchange for taking a few lives so that so many can be saved. It's living with scars long after their service is done, so that myself and so that you can sympathize with the scars, but not suffer from one. He's truly a hero, a role model, an example to follow, and will never understand the tears he holds back or the pain that he swallows. At least the active duty days are behind us, and we can begin now to heal. I'm so overcome with emotion, I don't have the words to show how I feel. He's been smiling a lot, and he looks happy and healthy, and he looks forward to what's next, and he calls me and tells me. They're the best phone calls I've ever had in my life, and I'm so proud of my brother, his kids, and his wife. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you someone who understands every word I just said and wishes without a doubt that it was his brother, who he's so proud of, that was retiring instead. Tommy fucking Washington, what's been up, man? How are you?
I'm good, Pat. How are you?
I'm fucking living on top of the world now that Steven's done.
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, Pat. I missed most of your intro.
It
was the same thing from last time.
I didn't really put any thought or heart into it. Don't worry about it.
It was like
it was basically just dick and fart jokes.
It was like the same thing from last time, and we get it.
What do you mean same thing from last time?
You already did one of these the last, not Sunday's episode, that last Wednesday.
That's not true.
Or the Sunday before.
That's not true either.
In the recent last 3 to 4 episodes, you did a whole thing about your brother retiring and how,
As an intro?
Yes, I think so.
I gotta tell you,
I'm pretty happy.
I deleted several of my recent intros like today. Otherwise, I'd be like, no, I didn't, and I'd go through them. I can't. I don't have them.
I'm happy for your brother. I am.
Me too.
I'm happy that he's retired. I'm trying to figure out, because remember the problem we were having with the camera last time?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I don't want to say it's still an issue, but it's not an issue. You know what I mean?
Mason said, wow, I thought I was late. Thank God y'all never start on time.
Facts.
That's fair.
We don't start on time. We're running approximately 25 minutes late.
Also fair.
And again, we're going to have to do the episode this way.
Yep.
Because apparently I'm a stupid face.
I'm just throwing it out there. The other camera doesn't even look like it's on. There's a blue screen on it.
Well, because it's on PC, but I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I think the only way I can get it to work is if I were to shut down OBS, and I'm not going to do that in the middle of a stream. So here we are. Man,
I wish I knew that I had already done a Steven one, because I actually was going to say, hey, I'm going to do an intro about my brother, which then you could have stopped me. I wanted to work this term, and I heard it this morning, and I'm going to find a way to rhyme it as many different ways as I can. Are you ready for the term, Tom?
Yep.
Fuck knuckle. And I just think that's the greatest term, because I think it could mean either genital, you know.
Erica, it's funny that you said that. Erica sent me a TikTok today all about the word fuck. It's like a whole video.
You know, so I got that TikTok, I think, but I am Bluetoothed in at work, so we use my phone.
On the Sonos?
I have like we have a sick ass DeWalt like subwoofer speaker. It's
you guys
so
on
fucking
Sonos
cool.
set up there?
We took it out.
Really?
Yeah, I created a playlist of clean music, but like 80s rock, but we got a little bit of everything.
No Tom McDonald on there?
No Tom McDonald. There is some like Beastie Boys because they didn't use profanity, so there's a little bit of everything, and it's a good mix. It's upbeat,
I
it
don't
seems
like that this
to.
camera is looking at the back of my head the whole time.
Sorry, bud.
And we're so used to looking forward. I'm so confused right now.
It seems to have an effect on the mood of the customers, the employees. Just everybody's happier with the music. But so I went to watch that TikTok and I realized I was Bluetoothed in, and if I watched it, it would have come over the speaker. So I stopped it immediately. Of course, that's the one that you said is all about the word fuck.
Yeah.
That would have been great.
Basically says the truth about this past Saturday's music choices. Hold up.
What?
You guys were hanging out Saturday?
I don't have a fucking clue what he's trying to blame Sea Rage. Oh, so I don't know what he means by the truth about last Saturday's music choices. I've been creating this playlist for days. I probably started like Thursday, so that Mason clearly is talking about the same thing. But Sea Rage refuses to contribute. Now he has, and yesterday Sea Rage gave me like 6 different bands that would be acceptable to put on a work playlist. So we've all put in. There's people that like I would never consider, like Bruce Springsteen. That doesn't cross my radar.
Really?
Yeah, I know who he is. I know he's a musician, but I couldn't name other than Born in the USA was him, right?
Born in the USA.
Yeah, outside of that song,
born.
I couldn't tell you what Bruce Springsteen's did. So, like, Tony helped me with that side of things. So everybody had a little bit of contribution. It was good.
Interesting. I like it. I like it, Pat. Pat, normally this would be the time that we would go into the email. But I don't know if, so I'm going to be honest with all the listeners out there. I stopped looking at stats because, let's be real, as much as I want this thing to take off, and I know that you guys don't tell your friends about us, I do this for the fun of it, the pride and the glory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I do it for to hang out with my buddy Patrick, say fuck you to Mason about 40 times.
That's one.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I live for on these podcasts and these live streams and Dip Dizzy. Dip Dizzy, we got a punishment for Patrick and I that's gonna make your panties wet.
Is it the one that I got?
Yes.
Oh. I was like, what do you know?
I'm so excited.
Mason said I called on Saturday and some remix of some terrible chick song was on. Pat said it wasn't his music. I don't know what remix that was.
Me neither. I don't know because I wasn't on the phone.
But it's very possible because cover music is, you know, like when I make my contribution, there's going to be a lot of covers. I love fucking cover songs.
I don't like that. But anyway, so there's no mail, Pat, because nobody sends him. Well, no, that's not true. I got one email from Sea Rage himself, but it was really about a story that he wanted us to cover.
I could go back to a text message that I got about one of our shows.
No, emails.
I got
only.
ripped to shreds. Actually, you and I both got ripped to shreds by my ex-wife about...
What was her name?
At that time, Mrs. Gallagher. Why do you ask?
Well, I just thought because remember that episode.
I know what you were referring to.
Classic.
Anyways, we had said some things that she didn't agree with, not because she disagreed, but because we had basically misused some terms, and so she just ripped us limb from limb. But
this is about the he, she, it thing.
No, it was about it's about drugs. But let me. It was, I think, maybe the difference.
Well, here, let me sum it up for you. Kids, adults, just say no to drugs.
Kids, don't listen to the show. I'm not saying that to you. I'm saying it to the kids.
Well, they can listen. Oh, Carissa's in the chat. Hello, Carissa. How are you? Yeah, so we ain't got much mail going.
Oh, here we go. You ready?
We've also haven't sent out an email in a long time, Pat, and I do because I upload.
What do you mean? You don't send an email out every episode?
Well, no, Pat, because we haven't had a question to ask our listeners in a long time.
All right. Would you like me to read this to you?
Sure.
She said, a hypothesis.
Hey, real quick, before I do want to hear
You can't do it before. I was already started. But in the middle of, go ahead.
Yeah, in the middle of. After this, remind me about the epiphany.
Oh, do you want me to finish reading this now, or do you want me to wait till you finish the end of your sentence?
Oh, you're a piece of shit. Remind me about the epiphany I had on my way home from work.
All right, your sister Tiffany. Got it. A hypothesis is part of the scientific method. It's a way to do research, not saying that it's a way to conduct research like a thesis statement. You are looking to support that hypothesis. It doesn't make it fact, nor does it define something as scientifically supported. as to the proving a fetus is a living organism and cannot be aborted, using that train of thought, a tree is a living organism and shouldn't be cut down. A cancerous mass in your body is made up of cells. So should chemotherapy or any type of tumor removal also be illegal? She immediately then put, sorry, bad day, I guess, and I'm taking my frustrations out on you. Or maybe I should just have shut up and kept listening to the podcast, because then we go on to talk about how borderline the argument is. But she was hot in the moment. She let me have it, and then she took it down 30%.
She was really, I was gonna say, like, again, to each is like, these are your own decisions to make. I'm not for them. That's exactly our point.
But she had gotten to the point where it was like, this thing's a living heartbeat because it's cells. And so she's like, well, so is a fucking tree. But she hadn't heard the rest of it. So I'm just happy that she listens actively enough.
To text you in a moment?
Yeah, to be like, hey, man, this is my opinion of what was going on the show. That's just...
I remember what we did last time when we were looking at this camera. Is that
we expanded the whole thing.
We moved it over here.
Yeah.
I like this better.
Oh, yeah, I'm already looking at it.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Because that's where we're
aiming. All right.
So anyway, this was the...
you want to do?
So this was the epiphany I had on my way...
Epiphany.
The epiphany I had on my way home. Just an FYI, I'm getting some things done, so I probably won't be very active in the chat today. Well, thank God. We'll actually have a good episode.
Wow.
It's so funny. That was from Mason, everybody. So I had this epiphany on my way home because, as I do, I listen to the news on my way home and on my way to work, especially on podcast days because it gets me all wound up. And it really grinds my gears. So, but I had this epiphany, and I can't remember if I mentioned it on the show before or not, but this makes the most sense to me than anything I could possibly put together.
If your next statement isn't directly related to the production, distribution, and consumption of popcorn, I'm going to be so disappointed.
Why?
Just because we had that whole conversation about where popcorn comes from. And if you call back that conversation right now with an epiphany, I'm going to be thrilled.
No, it's about the news.
Damn it.
No, it's about the news and the media and everything. Like one of the main things that we talk about in the show all the time. So I'm driving home. Listening to the news.
Please, everybody, when you get the chance, go to 12 minutes into this episode of the podcast on YouTube and look at what Tom looks like when he's driving. Because, well, Tom, how many times have you crashed a car?
It's actually going to be like 25 minutes into the live stream. 26 minutes.
Oh, okay. It's a pretty aggressive wheel control.
It usually looks like this.
Oh, don't fix it now, asshole.
Anyway. Pat, very recently, we've had in the news the hate of Asian Americans or Asians in general, correct?
Asians, yep.
Okay. Back in early 2020, we had a president of the United States refer to the coronavirus, but Jesus.
What the fuck is happening?
The coronavirus as the quote-unquote China virus, correct?
It's the virus from China, yes.
Do you believe it'd be a far stretch to say that the media is pushing the hate on Asians because they want more people to hate Trump and blame him for the China virus statement?
Or blame him for Asian hate in general.
Because of what he said about the China virus.
I mean, I could certainly see... I think we know at this point, I mean, it's been long enough and we've paid close enough attention, and we haven't really even paid that close of attention. We just look at headlines. Yes, either side of the media will attack any party about anything. Anytime they can dig their fucking claws in, they're going for the throat. Like a lion to the antelope. They're going for the throat.
You guys stopped watching the news at your establishment for your employment, correct?
No.
Oh, it's still on?
Yeah.
Did you see some of these headlines? Dude, I heard this thing this morning on the radio, dude. And I should look up her name. But this lady said that she was at something, I think in Virginia or North Carolina, where there were a lot of pickup trucks with a lot of Trump flags, a lot of bumper stickers that were against President Biden.
Yep.
And a lot of American flags, and she was triggered by all of that.
I didn't see that. I did see Tommy Lauren say, if the American flag triggers you, leave.
Yeah, there's like 213 other flags out there that you can go get behind. Yeah, dude, for a person, and I believe, I'm not positive, I believe she's an MSNBC anchor.
Oh, really? This was a news personality.
Yes. Whew. And she got buried on Twitter for it.
She probably doesn't have a job right now.
No, they're completely okay with that sort of, like, that's like they say, like no, listen, I listen to a very Republican-ass news station, even though they say they're balanced and fair. They all do. Yeah, they all say that they're balanced and fair, right? But I understand that the station that I listen to the most leans right, heavy right.
We're going cherry vanilla Coke Zero today. Yeah. It's quite tasty.
It is quite tasty. I'm so glad I found that in the store. But anyway, so they're like, oh, well, Republicans are coined as the patriotic ones.
Sure.
Right? And the other side is upset that we're coined the patriotic ones. Sure. Well, maybe if you didn't say stuff like the American flag fucking triggers me, maybe you could be patriotic.
Well, I think it's also that the
Tim McCaffrey's in the chat. What's up, boy? Mason said they're all good episodes. This one will just have less jokes. LMAO. Well, you're the biggest joke on it.
That's valid. Mason does always have at least a couple good lines.
And Tim McCaffrey said yes. I'm not sure what he's saying yes to, but Mrs. McCaffrey, make sure you congratulate your daughter on her graduation.
Carissa snuck in there. Did you mention Carissa?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Make sure you congratulate your daughter on her high school graduations.
From us. Congrats, Sam.
Don't use her name, Pat.
He used her name on the show.
Oh, okay.
I think that the young, big-hearted Democratic crowd, right, creates a lot of change. They're a catalyst for a lot of change. And I can't think of a good way to word it at the moment. I should mention I haven't slept in about 45 days, and I'm running on empty. But I don't want to say that Republicans are happy with the way the country is, but Republicans want to adjust the country to make it better. And I think that Democrats look to change the country to make it better, if that makes sense. It's a more aggressive approach from the Democratic side. And I think that's where you see Republicans become this, we wave the flag because we love the country the way it is. Yes, there are things that should be adjusted, but we love America. And I think that makes Democrats look like they're going, we hate this place, it needs to change. Well, I'm not saying that Pat, either one of those statements is accurate.
To be fair, Pat. To be fair. One of the people that are that would represent themselves as a Democrat said that they were triggered by the American flag.
Yeah, and I'm sure that given the opportunity to ask her opinion of maybe, how things should work, she would say, I don't think the flag should be a symbol at a sporting event, or I don't think the flag should be hung on government buildings. You know what I mean? She would want a very big change. You see what I'm saying? Where maybe
that makes no sense. You're living in the United States of America. Go say that shit in China. Go say that shit in China. That the Chinese flag, you're triggered by that. You will be dead within the hour.
Listen, I'm with you on. I actually wish we could find more uses for the American flag. I think that we should even taunt our enemies that have fallen and just drape American flags over them. But that's beside the point. I think that's where, because she's saying, or you said Republicans are painted as more patriotic. I think that's where it comes from. They have an idea for less change than the Democratic side has. We have a great country. Let's keep it great, and let's make the adjustments that need to be made to keep it great.
Yeah,
opposing to we're living in a shithole. Let's fix this place.
Yeah.
Not that all Democrats think that America's a shithole. I'm just saying that's how I see the two sides.
Yeah, no,
from
I
my
got
very,
you. Yeah, I got you. A
I
very
don't know.
broad way.
Yeah, non-sophisticated way.
Tim said, "Thanks, it's Friday." I knew that. I know that I'm not going to see you before Friday, so I figured I'd throw it out there. Democrats trying to divide us so they can feel in power.
What do you say?
Democrats trying to divide us so they can feel in power.
Okay, that's fair.
I will say this. I feel like there's a lot more. And again, I don't want to get too political with this, right? It was just, it's an epiphany I had about the media and the way they spin things. And then that fucking thing that I heard this morning about, and they played their clip and they're like, oh, you took it out of context. No, that's what you fucking said. Words matter, dummy. I will say this, that for a party that preaches unity, they do love to point the finger.
Do you know what this makes me think of? And I'm being dead ass serious. It's amazing how deep Matt Stone and Trey Parker are without actually doing it on the surface. They're very second level deep. Those are the guys that created South Park, obviously. Do you remember the scene in Team America? You've seen that movie, yes? Okay, well, there's a scene.
You reference it all the time.
There's a scene. The dude's at the bar. Okay, the hero of the movie is at the bar, and he's saying like he's done being a part of Team America. Everything they do, everybody thinks they're assholes because America's doing all these things to right the world, but innocent people die, or Americans die, and things happen in these fixes that they're trying to make. And the guy is hammered and gives him this big speech, and he's like, "You may be a dick, okay? But they're pussies. And they hate dicks because dicks fuck pussies." So now picture this, because this is some next level stuff. Republicans are dicks, right? And Democrats hate Republicans because dicks fuck pussies. But everybody outside of America, kind of an asshole. And dicks also fuck assholes. So, like, the way that we are, the way that we've been, the way that we have slowly progressed or quickly progressed, depending on whose side you're looking at it from, America's still getting things done. And America's still evolving as a country. You know what I mean? I don't think that radical change is necessary.
Was it you that I was having a conversation with about every great... I think it might have been on the show.
I sent it in. Every great nation fell within 240 years, and America's just past that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're at a weird point, man. It is a fucked up time. We say that all the time.
Well, it's definitely fucked up, right?
We're crippled right now as just like, I don't even mean like economically, though it's not great. We can't get anything fucking brought in from anywhere. And it's not because it doesn't exist. It's because nobody did anything. So China's in the middle of this industrial revolution. We had ours back in the day when everything was made in America. We did that. It's over. We're no longer in our industrial revolution. That time is behind us. China is in this industrial revolution. The coronavirus hits. China legit just shuts their fucking doors for 3 months. They're like, don't come outside. So nothing gets fucking made for 3 months. Now you can't get anything because here's the pendulum swinging all the way back, and we're seeing the effect of the coronavirus now.
And you're also seeing the effect of relying on other countries.
Absolutely.
Well, and listen, I'm no economic. What do you call that?
Economist.
I'm no economist, but and I'm all about international trade, right? Like, that's how the world should work. Nobody should be we should trade with other countries. But also, when you rely 100% or 90% on other countries for your goods,
right?
This is what fucking happens.
Well, and listen, these people.
I just ordered a fucking iPad, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a perfect example.
Now, mind you, an iPad, I should be able to go to the Apple store.
They should have them in stock.
They should have
every model that's available.
Yes. I should be able to walk in, have it engraved in the store like I wanted, and walk out with it that day. No, mine's getting shipped from fucking China.
And I'm sure that all of these made in America things that we have, right? There's a lot of them, things that are made in America. I think we miss the fact that that's not every piece. That's not every grain.
No, it's assembled in America.
Yeah, it's literally built in America. So if we take 100% of the material, ship it over from a different country, put it together here, we can then stamp it and put made in America on it. This is 100% true. My father's fucking shadow box from his retirement after 21 years in the Marine Corps. The shadow box itself, the thing that holds the flag and all of the medals, says fucking made in China on it with a big American flag inside. He's not a big fan of that shadow box. It drives him nuts.
That's true.
But
that would fucking drive me nuts, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't even fucking make those in America, dude. Are you fucking serious?
That would have cost you an extra $20, so you opted not to do it.
Probably a fucking nickel.
Yeah, that too.
You know, like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Anyway, let's get off this topic. Let's talk about some funny shit that you sent in.
All right, so check. I don't think I sent this one in, but it's Pat,
if you email it to me real quick, we can show the viewers at home.
I can email you some.
I got a couple for you. So we'll talk about this one real quick, all right? This is probably gonna look fucked up for a second.
Bro, she's dating both of us. You're my boyfriend-in-law. That's the best way to defend that I can imagine. I'm sending.
I'm not sure if this one's gonna upset us or make us laugh. So
what does it say? Let me see. Go back, dick.
Oh boy, not good.
Oh no, this goes to our point last. Like, making it difficult for women to get abortions. Is that not a health risk to the women who need abortions or who feel that they need abortions? Will they not just get abortions elsewhere? You know, does this not become a back alley fucking problem? I don't really know.
Are we gonna break down this song?
You don't think I have the lyrics down right now for this episode?
All right,
you're goddamn right. We're gonna break down the song.
All right, so we'll come back to that. So this one is another one.
It's a text between a daughter and mother. There. Oh, that's old. So I did get this. It was in reference to.
Oh shit! Mason says, "Well, if you're talking when email is up, no one can hear you." Oh shit! Really? Do I not have the mic in there? Oh, that sucks. My bad, guys. Good thing the podcast is actually recording.
Oh, okay. So that was only affected for the live audience.
Yes.
Whew. Okay. this is
well, at least you guys got to see what it's set up there. You know what I mean?
This is somebody mentioned. I want to say it was. Fuck, I don't remember the original source, but you know what? It doesn't matter because it's not about the people; it's the idea. So, a fan writes to a political figure, not a politician, but somebody who is vocal about, like a Ben Shapiro. It wasn't Ben Shapiro, but like that, like a Bill Maher, like a Rush Limbaugh. They don't hold office.
He's dead.
Yeah. And he says, "Hey, man, this guy and you, after reading this guy's book, he has a ton of the same opinions as you. And you guys have all these debates about, which one's right, which one's wrong, and you seem to really not like each other. But after reading what he has to say, you guys have way more in common than I thought. In fact, it kind of looks like he's just regurgitating stuff that you said before." And this is what the guy said in return. He said, "You know what? I appreciate that we share the same opinion. I appreciate that if he didn't agree with me at one point, he does now. Or if I didn't agree with him at one point and my view changed, I agree with him now. I appreciate that both of us are flexible. It does not bother me at all that he would use anything that I've said as a platform for himself." He goes on to say, "P.S. in the attached video, he mentions a stat that I had never heard before." This is because we talked about college the other day, and we have talked about college and how kind of the game is rigged, and now they're charging all this tuition, and it's just a game. He says, in 1960, 15% of college students received an A. Today, that number is 45%. That's not because college graduates are getting smarter. Then he goes on to say, "You can bet your ass. Feel free to email him today. I'm stealing that one from him." And I just thought, man, that's what we need. Somebody makes a good point, and everybody jumps on board and goes, spread that fucking message.
Yeah.
Because 3 times the number of students are getting A's that were getting A's. What's this? 60 years ago. What do you got, buddy? What do you got? Did you call Tim McCaffrey Mason?
I don't think so, but apparently I may have.
I thought you said Mason told you that there was no sound.
Oh.
So we have Tim McCaffrey writing into the show and basically threatening Tom's life. I can't see what it says. What does it say?
Call me Mason again. I'll hit you in the mouth.
That's awesome.
Tim, I'm really sorry, man. I'm with you. I would be offended as well if somebody called me Mason. So.
Tim, I'll say this on Mason's behalf as the current reigning cornhole tag team champions. Mason, if he were paying attention to the show today, would say, "You may hit me in the mouth, Tim, but certainly not with the beanbag. I know how you throw those fucking things."
By the way, Griff and I, Ken Gym champs.
Mike and I stole those titles and then just immediately handed them back in.
Yeah, we lost one game out of like 10 games.
Yeah. But Mike and I, we reigned supreme for a solid 15 minutes.
Okay, whatever you say. We had one bad game. It was late today.
How do you know it was you having a bad game? Maybe it was me having such a fucking great day.
I don't know if this means he's falling asleep or if he's going to put me to sleep.
I think that was at my joke.
Oh.
So, Tom, I don't know if you've seen this, but this is really
Here's
good.
the thing, Pat. If you don't send them into the show,
oh my God, I'll send it in right now. You're such a piece of shit.
Why am I a piece of shit?
I don't know. That's a great question, Tom. Why are you a piece of shit?
Hold on, you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Are you counting how long it takes me to send this in? Fuck yourself. I don't know.
You don't even have to put in a subject. You just got to send in. Yep, there you go. See it?
All right, well,
and
there it is.
Hit send.
Okay.
All right, look at that. It took all of. If you didn't stop talking, looking big there, Tom. Oh boy.
Who the fuck said that? Wow, that's your brother. Oh my God. Familial shots fired. Oh. I don't know if you guys can see, but Tom just threw on a sad face.
Sure did. All right, Pat, you gonna read this?
No, I just found the rest of that whole thing. Bill Maher was the one who was being quoted with the 15 to 45%. I didn't realize that I had taken 2 fucking
I gotta tell you, man, I don't know. Do you listen to a lot of Bill Maher?
I don't listen to a lot of any of them. Tom, I am wrestling podcasts about the most heinous murders imaginable, and basically shitting, pissing, sleeping, and working.
Okay.
And I shove a lot of cheeseburgers, chicken salad, and seafood salad down in between those things.
I gotta tell you, I don't know how I feel about Bill Maher. I feel like some of the things I agree with him on, and like I don't.
But isn't that how it should be? Like, if you agree with everything, you're kind of just a stooge, right?
Yeah, like some of the things he says, I think are so outrageous. I'm just like, you're an idiot. But then other things, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking with you, Bob. I can't decide what side of the aisle he's on, which I think is why I like him so much.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Because
that's what's so lovable about Tom McDonald.
Is like he's like, well, I don't know. Tom McDonald, I think, clearly leans right.
Sure.
But him, like, he says he's a Democrat, but he says things that, like, the fucking, like, how many, you're not going to hear other Democrats coming out and saying, well, in 1960, the average person in college only 15% got A's, and now today it's 45. Clearly, there's something wrong with our college institutions. No, they're like, hey, raise the tuitions. We'll keep giving A's. Who gives a fuck?
Well, not only that, they want everybody to have free college.
Yeah. You know, like,
yeah.
That's what, like, it's crazy.
Tom, have you ever had the experience, the pleasure
Not a flattering angle there, egghead.
Oh man, this is fucking brutal from your brother. This is
a guy who got on my gaming stream the other day.
Yeah.
And was like, hey man, totally forgot that you had hair there for a second at one point. Because you look so natural as a baldy.
Apparently that was a neck up video stream. Oh, Tom's now adjusting the camera. And now we're neck. Now you just look like a fucking beefcake, bro. It was looking good. All right. Anyways, moving on. Shower thoughts. Have you heard of shower thoughts? When people have these like.
Are you going to go over this one?
Yeah, we're getting there. But
are you going to send that one in?
No, because it's just going to be quick.
All right.
This person wrote, and this is to the point of, like we were just talking about, the fucking media just like blowing everything out of proportion and how detrimental everything will be. So this says so shower thoughts are straight up just fucking random epiphanies. People will be like,
I have those all the time, dude, in the shower.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense because you're doing some thinking. You could have called them driving thoughts too. You know what I mean? My favorite one is me going to sleep at night and waking up in the morning is equivalent to every time my computer breaks and the IT guy goes, did you unplug it and plug it back in? And I was like, fucking boom, mind blown. That's so true. That's how our bodies operate. Did you unplug it and plug it back in? Because if you didn't, you're not going to be as successful. You're not going to be as creative. You're not going to be as effective.
Okay.
So this shower thought is, in the late 1800s, writers must have complained that young adults are losing touch with reality. Instead of sitting at the dinner table with their family, they always have their noses buried in books and magazines. And I went, that's a good fucking point. And now we're talking about all our kids are buried in these video games, but we're also saying,
what?
In the late 1800s. It's a thought. He's saying, like, I bet they complained, like, you know.
I wouldn't say the 1800s. I would say, like, maybe the 1950s. But yeah, I get.
I'm sorry, you don't think they had books?
I do.
I think the Bible was around. In the late 1800s. I mean, you're talking just before.
Yeah, but magazines weren't. I don't think magazines were a thing.
Magazines were a thing. They were only. Magazines only were for women back then. Because.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, I believe that for, like, the 1950s, right? Where I don't think that they were as readily available in the late 1800s as they were. Like, maybe books, but not magazines.
All right, I'm gonna concede this point,
and not for nothing,
because I don't fucking know.
And not for nothing, books have been around for fucking centuries, and people have been reading books for centuries. It's not just the 1800s.
The point of the fucking shower thought,
yeah, I got
Mr.
you,
Mr. Fucking Spoiler.
I got you. I'm just
it's
saying,
a good fucking point. Like, we complain about these kids burying their face in fucking video games. We also pay tech kids out of college more money and give them more freedom and more days off and more fucking, you go work at Google and there's a fucking skate park in your office and you can fucking eat lunch whenever you want to for however long you want to. You know what I mean? Maybe playing video games and really fucking getting to know that system is your best fucking bet.
For real.
Yeah. I play video games. Look how I turned out. Just fat and happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want you to, I'll read that so you can hear it. How about that?
Okay.
Number 1, you cannot legislate the poor into prosperity by legislating the wealthy out of prosperity. Number 2, have you read these before?
No, I'm reading the chat.
Oh, what is it?
Mainly fat, though.
Oh, hey, fuck you, Tim. That's 1. Number 2, what one person receives without working for, another person must work for without receiving. Number 3, the government cannot give to anybody anything that the government does not first take from somebody else. Number 4, you cannot multiply wealth by dividing it. Number 5, when half of the people get the idea that they do not have to work because the other half is going to take care of them, and when the other half gets the idea that it does no good to work because somebody else is going to get what they work for, that is the beginning of the end of any nation. And here we are having this conversation, this 240-year conversation. We've seen this. We saw the college professor do it. Hey, I'll give you all the exact same grade. And they agreed. Let's do that. Until half of them figured out they didn't have to work. And then the other half of them figured out there was no point because they were failing for trying their hardest. We've seen this failure. We have to stop this fucking extension of fucking benefits. We have to get back to fucking work.
Here's the problem, Pep. Here's the problem. The problem with this right here is that the hardworking people will buy into this.
Absolutely.
Right? The ones that are not working because they are receiving will not buy into this. And our government will not stop giving to those not willing to work.
I think this is kind of like part of it is a victim mentality. That's not the whole problem. Don't fucking cry.
I gotta tell you something, right?
Yeah.
Like you brought this up, and it's the first thing that shot in my head.
Yeah.
We are all, no matter what race, gender,
sexual orientation,
however religion, you identify, what fucking animal you think you are, we are all a victim of something.
I am a squatting squirrel. It's kind of like a flying squirrel, but I don't do anything except sit on the toilet.
I am the brother of a phobic squirrel.
Nice. Well played.
Classic. But you know what I mean? Like really when you think about it, right?
Yeah.
There isn't a person on this planet or in this country that hasn't faced some sort of adversity where they could have been a victim or they were a victim of something.
Oh, absolutely. I think that all of us are constantly victimized by all different things, whether it's, somebody cutting you off in traffic. I could easily say, hey, man, you almost killed me. That was really dangerous. Don't victimize me. But I don't. I go, I should drive more carefully because I should be more aware of the dangers that surround me.
But I'm not even saying that, right? Like, I'm saying a life-changing... Not sure, that couldn't be, but...
No, but to your point, we know that, like the son, we'll say, of a racist father will either become very racist and say, well, my dad was racist, so of course I'm racist. Or he'll say, well, of course I'm not racist. I saw how ugly it was when I was a kid because my dad was racist.
Yeah, it's either...
So you have both options. You're given opportunity in America.
Yes.
You get to exercise your choice.
And to use the things that are stacked up against you as an excuse...
or inspiration.
Yeah.
Is all the difference in the world. Yes.
Is your decision.
Yeah.
So, and listen, after many, many episodes of this, I should have called this Gear Grinder Top 10.
Because there's so many different things going on?
Well, I think because we're grinding fucking Tim's gears. I understand that. I think we're 8 months ago, or how long are we into this now? 8, 9 months we've been doing the show? 10 months maybe?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, we're coming up on a year.
Oh, yeah, July and August. Yeah, so 10 months. 10 months we've been doing the show. I would say 10 months ago, I would never say, well, I think I would have said then too, right? Like, I understand that we all have different starting points in our life, right?
Yeah.
And that can, in some ways, affect your finish point, right?
Absolutely, yeah. If you have to dig yourself out of a hole, you have a harder battle to fight.
Yes. But also, it's your decision of how far out of that hole you're going to dig yourself.
Absolutely. And to the point of the meme that we did last week, I don't know that it was a meme, but the story, the guy said, I drive, my great grandfather rode a camel, my grandfather rode a camel, my father drove whatever, a fucking Bentley, and I drive a Lamborghini. My kid will drive a Lamborghini. And it evolves back into, my great grandson will ride a camel, because people who go through hard times, you know what? Diamonds are formed under pressure. That's how they're fucking created.
Yeah.
So people who go through hard times oftentimes can find their way out of them and lead from the front. They can take the fucking pack they can take us all by storm.
Yeah.
Or they can crumble under the pressure. And the same can be said for the other side. If you're born with a silver spoon in your mouth, you have a leg up. That could also cause you to not use your fucking legs. You could just be a lazy piece of shit.
It could also cause you to be Hunter Biden. You know what I mean? Like,
you say Hunter Biden?
Yes.
I couldn't tell if you said under biting, and I was like
that doesn't make any
having
sense.
An underbite. Well, that's why I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? Then I realized. So before we wrap this up, let's get into motherfucking Tom McDonald. Tom McDonald released, what was his last one? Fake Woke.
Ramblin' Dan, what's up, bro?
Who?
Ramblin' Dan.
Oh, I was born a Ramblin' Dan.
He is a frequent watcher of the Twitch stream. Also, will hop on the old GTA with me. He really showed me around the GTA game. He played with me and Mason a little bit.
That's pretty excellent.
Ramblin' Dan, we should get down on some GTA soon, man.
Ramblin' Dan crossing from one fucking platform of the number 9 to the other. I like it.
Ramblin' Dan, you busy tomorrow night? I shouldn't be talking about this live on the podcast, but fuck it. For those of you, hey, but fuck it. For those of you listening, if you want to see me and possibly Ramblin' Dan get down on some GTA tomorrow, it's number 9 Media, NO9 Media on Twitch. So it's twitch.tv/NO9MEDIA. Come check us out. Give us a follow. You know what I mean? Anyway, back to
he said, I mean, not long, but yeah.
He said not busy, but yeah.
Oh, I got to tell you, I can't really see the screen from here.
I got you. It's usually very big over there, but we're having a camera issue, and this is where we're at.
Yeah, we essentially went from a movie theater screen to a computer monitor. So
yeah, it happens.
And it was on my side, now it's on your side. I mean, it's pretty fucking small.
I had to move the camera because Tim said I was fat. So
anyway,
so let's break these down, bro.
Well, Tom McDonald comes out with Fake Woke. Okay, we read the lyrics on the show. First off, we had mentioned several things in the song right before the song came out. I mean, we were on the same fucking page. We appreciated the song.
I feel like we always are.
For the most part. That song did 1 million views in the first 24 hours.
Which one?
Fake Woke.
This one slaughtered it.
This song did 5 million views in the first 5 days. It is still at number 1. This is the longest song Tom McDonald's had at number 1 ever, and has the most views in the shortest period of time ever. To the effect that what you've got up right now is a Ben Shapiro graphic. It's from Ben Shapiro's Twitter that says, I might have to change my opinion on rap. Okay, I'm joking, but this is a good story. And the story is about the song Snowflakes, which is the new Tom McDonald song, topping the charts after the anti-woke song came out last Friday. So we are less than a week into the wild ride that is Snowflakes by Tom McDonald. He also was endorsed, fuck if I can't remember who it was. It wasn't, oh my God, I can't.
Keep going.
So there's another graphic of Ben Shapiro's picture and somebody else also endorsing Tom McDonald and just saying like, hey man, this is awesome. So you're pulling up you're trying to Google the image. It's basically just 3 pictures. It's Tom McDonald's face, Ben Shapiro's face, and somebody else, and I don't remember who. But these people are on board. These people are supportive. Oh, you know what? It was another rapper, but it was like a huge name. This guy, again, just to reiterate who the fuck Tom McDonald is, he does not have a record deal. He's never had a record deal. He is unsigned. His girlfriend does the music videos with him. They build the sets together in his backyard.
All right, so you ready for this? It is Wednesday at 8:41 p.m. So it released roughly 5 days ago, just over 5 days, 5 days and 8 hours ago.
Yep.
4.8 million views on
YouTube alone.
On YouTube alone.
Yeah. That's not counting, iTunes. That's not counting Spotify. That's not counting downloads. This fucking song is on fire.
Yeah, it is.
So let's do the lyrics. Let's break them down. Let's stop when we want to stop, because we do this with Tom McDonald's really, really deep songs. I don't want to say deep, really poignant songs. We do not do it with songs like I'm So Corny. It was a good song. It was cute, whatever. It had a funny video.
We do it with the songs that are politically
motivated.
Yes.
So you feel free to stop me. Otherwise, I will feel free to stop me, or we'll just keep moving forward.
Go for it, bro.
Verse number 1. If you lie to the government, they'll put you in prison. But when they lie to all of us, it's called being a politician. You think taking guns away will save our kids from the killings, but you're pro-choice. Abortion kills way more children. If America's so terrible and racist, it probably isn't safe to encourage immigration. Just saying. So both of these points.
Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Ramblin' Dan, I'm not sure if you're serious or not, but the name of the song is Snowflakes.
Why would he say?
What's the name of the song?
Snowflakes. Snowflakes by Tom McDonald.
I just wanted to know the name of our episode.
Oh, Erica said she's seen a bunch of TikToks with the song. Oh,
Erica,
if anything, she set the song
I should
on
have
fire.
stopped it before you went into this, because Erica said something else in the chat. She said, this goes back to our previous conversation about where you start in life and blah, blah, blah. But some people who are born into families that know the system and skate by might not be able to know how to get out of where they are.
That's true. Smooth seas never created skilled sailors. To that, yes, you are absolutely correct.
I think so, but I think, especially in the world that we live in, there's a lot, like, if you have the mindset of you have to know right and wrong, right? At a certain age in your life, you're like, that is quote unquote normal.
Sure.
And this is not, right?
Right.
So there's enough outlets to know, like, okay, this isn't right. There's enough resources with the internet and books and everything else to figure out how to start getting yourself out of that hole. And maybe you don't get yourself out of that hole, but when you have kids, you start teaching your kids how to get out of that hole.
Moving up a step from your parents. There's no shame in moving up a step, even if that doesn't land you on top of the mountain.
Remember that said I was serious, wanted to look at
So
I thought we said it a couple times.
I think it's easy with, let's say, somebody who has a head start in life. It's easy for that person to say, I'm comfortable with the way things are, and I will continue at this rate. But it's also easy for that person to say, I see the success that my family has created, and I'm hungry for more. I want to continue this tradition. Where with somebody who maybe is born behind the pack can say, I cannot live like this. I'm not comfortable. I want to move forward. And that's how they would progress. Or they could say, this mountain is too big. I will not be able to conquer this. I'm not going to make the effort because I know it's insurmountable. I can see both sides of both stories.
Yeah, absolutely. And at the end of the day, it really comes down to your choice.
I think a lot of it is human choice. choice, decision, whatever. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go back to this.
So, first point, he says, if taking away guns will reduce killed people, if we're going to stop murdering people by getting rid of guns, then why are we going to continue abortions, which kills more people than guns do? And depending on your fucking stance, that's a pretty solid argument. If you don't want to kill people, don't kill people across the board. The next point he makes is, if America is so terrible and racist, which some people feel that it is, it's probably not safe to encourage immigration. That's a good fucking point. If America is this racist hellhole, why are you allowing foreigners to come here? They're going to get hurt. That's not safe.
Facts.
Moving forward, all the contradictions are embarrassing. You know who hates Americans the most? Americans. Trigger warnings used to be on TV for seizures, and now they're everywhere to protect millennials' feelings. He, she, his, him, hers, them, they. Screw a pronoun, because everybody's a retard these days. I fucking love that he used the word retard in this song, because he does it in a way that says, like, I don't care who feels the way I feel or doesn't feel the way I feel. I don't care what your opinion of me is. This is what I'm saying. And then, like, to boot is like, by the way, here's this word that we can all agree is offensive. Retards. And just, like, throws it into the mix. Like, such a dick fucking move. And that, to me, says so much about him. Like, I don't just say I don't care. I truly don't fucking care how you feel about me. It's the perfect use of the word. I hear him preaching. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm not skipping. Nope, I'm not. Okay. I hear him preaching at the protest that hatred's a problem, but hating straight men, white folks, and Christians is common. Coca-Cola telling people they should be less white. They preaching tolerance, but if you disagree, they fight. There's a race war here. Elections based on fear. Black lives only matter once every 4 years.
Bam!
That may be the best lyric, and you know how big of a fucking cockrider I am for Eminem. Black lives only matter once every 4 years might be the best lyric I've ever heard in my entire life. When he said it, I paused the song and just started over. Went, what the fuck just happened? There's no way to recover from that. I couldn't listen to the rest of the song without hearing it a second time. That is the greatest fucking tale.
It's true.
When was the last time you heard something about Black Lives Matter or Antifa?
Other than when their one of their co-founders got kicked out.
Even that, was it everywhere? It was a headline, but it wasn't shoved up your fucking asshole.
No.
And here's the thing. We covered this. We talked about this. We talked in great detail because we're like, holy fuck, is the hatred really this bad? Because if it is, this is a fucking problem. Why are people hating each other for their skin color? That's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And hey, guess what? We don't hate each other for skin color anymore because the election's over. Are you fucking kidding me? That's a really fucking good point. And I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm not saying that racism's not still a problem. I'm saying it's no longer a problem in the fucking media. It only matters in the media every 4 years. Let's see. Soldiers died for this country, and every one of us benefits. Give welfare to the bums and forget about the veterans. 22 a day. That's all I'm going to say. 22 a day. Black folks and white folks divided by the news. But we are all the same. We are red, white, and blue. Ashamed to be American? Okay, that's cool. Because honestly, we're all ashamed of you too. So the chorus, which we'll only do once. We don't do the chorus 90 times. We just do it the one time. He says, y'all are so fake. Oh no. The forecast said there'd be snowflakes. Whoa. You can make us see it your way. No way. Gasoline and propane. More flames. Oh no. No more snowflakes. That's good shit, man. He's throwing gas on the fire and melting the little snowflakes.
I love it.
I gotta say, man, I know that there's a lot of things that I'm either in the middle or even some of them I fall on the left side on. These fucking lyrics are on point, man. They're just fucking on point. But part of that is, I mean, the dude's not just He's not just saying things. He's also an extremely gifted fucking songwriter. He produces his own beats. He does his own videos. Like, this is a fucking talented dude. The second verse. They set us all up to fail. That's what they built the system for. Put an ammunition shop across the street from a liquor store. I don't know if that's a direct reference to something, but it sounds like it is. It sounds like it's a direct reference to a shooting of some sort. Empowering women used to be different than this before. The role models got OnlyFans or dance on a stripper pole. Thank you, Cardi B, for that line. I'm sure that was directed at you some way or another. Screw it, I ain't tripping. I don't mean to be mean, but if our children are the future, then our future is bleak. They're taking Adderall to focus, hit McDonald's to eat. They're addicted to phones, and they take Xanax to sleep. They blur the lines dividing communism and democracy. In 2021, we paint the patriots as Nazis. This next line, put this up there in the top lines ever fucking written, and not because it's true, because he's so fucking funny that he found a way to word this politically crafted line. How can you not appreciate the fucking work that this man's put in? If you're black, your life matters. You're supposed to embrace it. If you're rich or you're smart, then you're probably Asian. If you're gay, then you're brave. All of that I'm okay with. But if you're white, the stereotype is that you are a racist. Valid fucking point. We've actually said that. Straight white male, which he made years ago, before all of this stuff was super topical. Straight white male was about the difficulties of him being a straight white male and not, being outwardly loving towards every human being on the planet. It doesn't matter that he doesn't hate anybody. He has to go out of his way to love people, or he's just a straight white male asshole.
Yeah.
That's a valid. So he brings that back in that line. I like it. Blaming capitalism, like that's the reason things are tough, while you tweet from an iPhone and sip on a Starbucks. You're supporting what you stand against. You don't think that you are, but a Percocet addict doesn't donate money to pharma. That's a solid fucking line. So I hate Apple. I hate big corporations, but I own an Apple. I hate big corporations, but I drink Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks every day, or do whatever it is to support that place that I hate. And he's saying, listen, fucking addicts do not go, like, they're not supporting pharma. Chances are they're not buying drugs that came legally from pharma. They probably fell off the back of a truck.
Yeah.
It's a solid fucking point. Those are people who truly don't support the thing that they're using, or they're using things that they don't support themselves. No addict is like, man, I fucking love being an addict. This is like the best life possible.
Well, no addict's like, I really love Pfizer.
Yeah, that's true too. Pfizer makes the best painkillers.
And they're also not sitting there going, man, I fucking hate those or those pharma companies while they're sitting there crushing a fucking perk and stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Damn dog, we're all afraid to speak the truth. And the more afraid we get, the more we hate the ones who do. That could not be more true. That's 100%.
Oh, say that again.
Damn dog, we're all afraid to speak the truth. And the more afraid we get, the more we hate the ones who do.
Yeah.
So you can't be outspoken. And when somebody is outspoken, that's a fucking asshole. It doesn't matter if he's right or wrong. It doesn't matter which side he falls on. If you have an opinion, you're an asshole from one side to the other. It doesn't fucking matter which way your opinion falls. Then he does because we're ashamed to be American. You're ashamed to be American. Okay, that's cool, because honestly, we're all ashamed of you too. So the last part of it is a little bridge. He says, we could all get along, but there's no stopping. Everybody's wrong. That's the real problem. They don't want to hear it, but they're still talking. Soon enough, we're running out of options. This ain't gonna end till it's in the coffin. We ain't gonna be friends till we try to squash it. I don't know how we can make amends, so we drop it. Snowflakes melt when it's hot, kid. This song, fucking fantastic. Lyrically sound, beats good. Video's good. Video's not his best, but it's very good. And if you look at Tom McDonald's fucking face, you don't want to watch his videos anyways, because he's the weirdest motherfucker you can see.
For real.
This guy that went from pro wrestling to rap belongs in both still, just based on his appearance. If you look at him, you're like, yeah, he's definitely either a wrestler or a rapper. He's one of the two.
Yeah, he definitely
This motherfucker's like a real life John Cena.
Just not as big.
Yeah. I don't do that. He's been putting in work.
I know.
He thinned down and jacked up pretty well.
You can tell, especially in his video.
I guess when you're just sitting at home writing music and fucking making music videos all day, you can also find time to work out. Must be nice.
Yeah, I like it.
This or fake woke?
So I listen to fake woke a lot, right?
Yeah.
I've only listened to this song once or twice. What? I listened to it on Friday when it came out.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, until you brought it up, I totally forgot about it.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe I'll listen to it a couple more times tomorrow. Or maybe when we're getting an episode up.
Yeah.
We'll play it a couple times. But I'll give you an answer by Sunday on that. Which one I like better? I mean, fake woke is fucking out of this world, dude.
Dude, the guy's so fucking good. I mean, so we go back. The first thing I heard from him was there was a little feud between him and Mac Lethal. Anybody who doesn't know who Mac Lethal is, if you've ever seen the fucking videos of the guy ordering the pizza and he does it in the form of rap, and it's just like the most chicken McNasty food order you've ever seen. He does it with a fast food place. He does it with a pizza place. And it's extremely entertaining how he does it because he raps his order and the people on the phone are just like, dude, that was fucking sick. That guy said some things about Tom McDonald. Tom McDonald went after him. And that was the first experience I'd ever had with Tom McDonald. And one of the things he says is, you're a piece of shit, not like a regular piece of shit, but like if a piece of shit took a pee and shit. Oh, man. You're a piece of shit, not a regular piece of shit, but like if a piece of shit took a pee and shit and ate that shit and took a shit, you're that piece of shit. And I was just like, all right, I'm sold. Like that was super fucking creative. It was a mind fuck. But it was a really good rap feud. Mac Lethal's very talented in his own right. He's not as good lyrically, which is where I fall. So I fall on the Tom McDonald side. But since then, the dude just gets better and fucking better.
Well, and trust me, not all of his songs are home runs. Let's be
No, he definitely has, because he doesn't have corporate backing, he doesn't have a team telling him like don't fucking do that. He comes out with some songs that you can definitely skip over, or if you listen to, you're like, I wish I started somewhere else with this guy.
Yeah. I think but his stuff as of late.
Yeah.
Like since I started listening to him.
I hate to say it, but a lot of his racially fueled stuff is really good. Like what's the song he did with Mad Child? White Trash. White Trash is a great. In fact, Mad Child on White Trash does a great job. I like that combo. Mad Child's voice is cool. Like that. Hey, kind of sounds like a fucking modern day Popeye. But no, he gets better and better. Huh?
This is what I'm dealing with.
Yeah,
modern day Popeye.
He gets better and better. And this song, everybody should go listen to. Again, it is Snowflakes with an S by Tom McDonald. I hate that your son is watching this show in the next room, and I can hear it clear as day.
Erica's listening to it upstairs.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, Colin's not allowed to watch it. All right. Well, I think that's it, right, Pat?
I think we're pretty much there. Steven, congratulations on your retirement.
Yeah, man. Can't wait to have you on the show again.
God, I'm so excited. And Michael is, what's today?
9th.
We are less than 20 days away from the arrival of Michael, who will answer some questions about coronavirus, I bet, on the show as it has evolved and where we're at with vaccinations and stuff like that. Hey,
Pat, if we were looking at this calendar here,
yeah,
what day would he be coming?
Slide to the right. Up. That.
Okay, so we can do him here or here.
Yep. He's here for 2 weeks.
Okay, because this one and this one,
yeah,
and the following one, this one, 9.
Oh, it's great. Maybe me and him will do an episode. Maybe me, him, and Tony will do an episode.
I'm done.
It'll be fun.
Slide to the take it back now, y'all. Good one, Rambling Dan. Good one. All right. What do you say? Got it pulled up. So as soon as this is over, I'm listening. Nice. Shoot me a message in Discord and let me know what you think.
Well, Ramblin' Dan and the rest of the Number 9 Nation, I say, good day.
All right, live stream. We out.
I say good day again.
Oh boy, there you go.